All right, everybody, welcome back to this Carcass album review journey. We are getting, near the final kind of era here of the band. Of course, last time we looked at their 1995 album, Swan Song, and then, as I stated last time, they went on a long hiatus for quite some time, all the way until 2013, with this release right here, Surgical Steel. Very cool looking cover. I really like all the tools, surgical tools kind of laid out there. Really cool looking. But yeah, man, I can't even imagine because I wasn't listening to these guys back in 2013. But I can't even imagine how pumped people were, who had been following the band for so long and everything, and then bam, 2013, after all those years, man, dropping the album. I mean, I would have been freaking pumped, I know, if I was listening to them back then, and haven't waited all those years. And, we'll just kick right into it because the opener is kind of just a little intro thing called 1985. And it kind of talk about getting pumped up. This one is just like a cool little lick that they kind of repeat a couple times, but like it feels grand, like you're about to hop into something awesome. Um, and I really think it's a cool opener for the album. Like they're like, hey, we're back, and with this big, cool lick going on and these cool chords getting strummed there. So, really cool way to open it up with the first actual song here, which is Thrasher's Abattoir, or Abattoir, however you say it, right? Awesome way to really show that, hey, we have not lost a freaking step. And this one can be ripped off any of their freaking previous records, and you wouldn't know a damn difference. I mean, they still, yeah, they still got it. After all those years, dropped this thing, still got it. They show it right off the bat with a super fast, super quick punch in the gut with Thrasher's Abattoir, and just damn, what a cool freaking song to let people know that they're back. Then we go with track number 3 with Cadaver Pouch Conveyor System. Oh yeah, they were back in there, and the crazy song titles were back too, and really awesome one as well. This one I love the freaking riff on this one. Another just quick paced, just straight up blast of a tune. That I think it's better than even Thrasher's Abattoir. Solid freaking song that the streak keeps going. Then, one of my favorites off here actually coming up here with track number 4, A Congealed Clot of Blood. Man, this is some good stuff right here. I love the chorus on this one. The riff on this one as well. And the shredding is just unbelievable across this album. Unfreaking believable. And it's just, it's like, man, they just put these guys in a freaking time machine, and then they just appeared in 2013, right where they left off, right? And yeah, this one, Congealed Clot of Blood, is one of my favorites off here for sure. And another one of my favorites coming up, The Master Butcher's Apron. Man, this one is freaking sick. Definitely one of my favorites off here. Love the chorus of this one, and I'll note too that this one, while it seemed for a while they were in the 90s, especially near the with the past few, they were leaning more and more towards having these hooky melodies, and as someone in the comments was saying last time, more of a groove death metal vibe they were kind of going with, especially with Swan Song and Heartwork. They were kind of in that kind of field a little bit as well. This one kind of this album to me, which even with this track like right here with the Master Butcher's Apron, it's got like a hooky chorus and everything, but it's not like the most. It's not as melodic as I would say something off Swan Song maybe. And I would say it's much more akin to like, okay, they went back to the Heartwork kind of feel as far as that goes, where it's like the melodies are there, but they're, the speed is definitely still a big factor on this album. Then we go with this is a crazy title here. Track number 6, Non-Compliance to ASTM F89912 Standard. I mean, Lord. This one, which I really need to look up what even that is. I'm kind of curious now. But regardless of what that means or whatever kind of, whatever that is, this is a badass tune right here. Another just top of the line one off here. Love the opening of this one, the shredding going on there. Just a fantastic one. Just a mouthful to say, right? But no, a really awesome song that is just I love hearing how the shreddiness that they really bring to the table on this album. This is one of the tracks where I think they do it best on this album. Then we go with probably, I would say, of all of them, this would have to be my favorite off here. Track number 7 here, The Granulating Dark Satanic Mills. And damn, what a heavy, freaking brutal track here, man. And I love the chorus. And it just sounds so evil, whenever they're saying like those numbers like 6, 1, or whatever the numbers, the number they're spouting off there, just sounds freaking evil and dark, man, and just to the point. Absolute my favorite off here. I used to maybe say that the Master Butcher's Apron was my favorite off here, which again, like I said, that still is like up there as one of them. But the Granulating Dark Satanic Mills that one's taking the cake for me as my favorite off here for sure. Then we've got track number 8, Unfit for Human Consumption. Another freaking, man, killer one. That you can't go wrong with, man. Solid stuff. I'm trying to see here. I wouldn't say, yeah, because I've not really said my least favorite off here yet, and I'm having a hard time really picking a least favorite off here, which is a good thing, right? But I think I've landed on it, because as we're approaching the end here, I was like, man, which one of these would I choose my least favorite? But no, it wouldn't be Unfit for Human Consumption, because this one is another one that is just will have you headbanging all the way through, man. It has a very, very cool solo and a breakdown in it that I'm a fan of. Then we go with another one that is up there, up probably in that top 3, top 4 of my favorites off here. 316L grade surgical steel. Love the the groove of this one is something else, man. I love it. Love the riff that's going on here. The chorus, where I'm trying to think. I don't think that any other time besides this where they've actually said Carcass in one of their songs, but I've actually heard them say it in this one. Maybe I'm wrong, because some of their lyrics, it's real fast and stuff, especially on the earlier ones. Maybe they've spouted off their band name Carcass in one of those songs. But this is definitely the first one that I was like, oh, they're actually saying that, and they're saying the album name in the song Surgical Steel. But yeah, this one's one of my favorites off here for sure. I love the lyrics in this one. Really cool, really cool riff and breakdown in this one as well, and I love the chorus. Then we go with I'd have to say maybe this one right here is probably my least favorite. Um, Track number 10, Captive Bolt Pistol, which and it's a badass one. Don't get me wrong. It'd either be this one or Thrasher's Abattoir. Honestly, would probably be one of those two be my least favorite. Even though, again, both great, both awesome stuff. As you can see, I was having a hard time picking which one was my least favorite, but it would have to be one of those two out of all this great, chunk of material we got here. But Captive Bolt Pistol, really cool lyrics and stuff again, which I think is kind of funny because, like, you get all these, like, here, I'll take it out here. You get all, the surgical tools and all that on the album, but then, like, randomly, like, and I guess it's because maybe this song, like, oh, hey, yeah, flip through, there's a freaking, a gun right there, and there's a pistol right here, like, oh, man, I think it's kind of funny, just out of nowhere, like, surgical steel, they're like, I guess the guns for them, I mean, hey, it's surgical steel, I just thought I was like flipping through, this booklet. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Kind of cool though, that even the song, Captive Bolt Pistol, reflects that though. Really, really great song. Don't get me wrong. Just probably of them, it would be either that one or Thrasher's Abattoir. That would be my least favorite off here. If I can get this darn booklet in here. Gosh, I'm telling you, sometimes the packaging here can give you some hell. Okay, we'll just mess with that in a minute. After the video, right? It's, I see how it goes. Hang tight. Sorry, guys. This thing, in between I'll still take this, this packaging, even though I'm having some struggles there. I'll take this over the 72 Seasons packaging of how kind of a challenge it was to kind of get all that thing in there. But anyways, yeah, the closing track here, track number 11, Mount of Execution. This one is freaking brilliant. Hell, it opens up kind of like with an acoustic kind of opening. You're like, what? Am I still listening to a Carcass album? Acoustic stuff going on? Well, you're damn right you are, because it jumps into their natural Carcass way real, rather quickly after. But the riff on this one is just, man, it's like a perfect, just like perfect closer. This one has become one of my favorites off here, for sure. And it's like an 8-minute something track, one of them epics that sounds like, hey, it could be peeled right off Necroticism, since that one's got a bunch of long tracks like that. And this is just the perfect closer. I love the solo in this one. I love kind of near the end, you think it's over, and then it cuts into this other, like, a little section that it's got. Fantastic closer, and choice of a closer that makes you, screaming for more, which is exactly what we got on, which this version of the CD has 12 tracks. It's got intensive battery brooding. It says bonus track on there, but we're not going to talk about that one yet, because next time we're going to look at the EP, Surplus Steel, Surgical Remission, which is kind of, the extra tracks, I guess, that didn't quite make the cut of this album. Kind of like the Beyond Magnetic of this album, right? Very akin to that, but I think it's got 4 or 5 songs on it. So, I mean, I think, hey, it's worthy of a review and an entry into the rankings. So, yeah, guys, we're going to be looking at that next time, and just, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this return album for Carcass back in 2013. Of course, they're still going strong right now, dropping, an album a few years ago. But yeah, this album overall, amazing comeback record. Definitely an album that comes to mind when I'm thinking of great comeback albums. This is one of them that pops into my mind for a band that just knocked it out of the park, saying, "Hey, we're fucking back," you know. So yeah, surgical steel, top freaking tier stuff right here, man. Love it, love it, love it. All over this album, great stuff. So yeah, let's hear about what your guys' thoughts are about this here, and whether you guys were you know were the ones who are around and listen to them before 2013, how hyped you were, down there in the comments. Let's hear about that, how hyped you were whenever this thing dropped, because man, like I said, I know I would have been right up, freaking pumped for this, getting it the day it came out, if I were listening to them back then. But yeah, and I also failed to mention just the production on this thing too, real quick. Awesome, very clean sound, and very akin to the Swan Song production. Very, very clean, and just like these tools here, very cleaned up, surgical steel there. But yeah, guys, fantastic, fantastic stuff. But next time we're gonna look at the EP that came out just I think just a year after 2014. Surplus Steel, Surgical Remission. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up, and we've got what, 2 EPs and then a full length, and we'll be ready to rank these guys. Very bloody, colorful discography, right? So stay tuned for that, guys. And let's talk about this thing down here. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. So stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks, guys.